4.6 billion years since its creation, the Earth has continued to surprise us with its natural wonders. Today we will take a look at one of the Earth's most unknown regions. A newly discovered world over 1,000 meters underwater. Down into the depths of the ocean using Japan's state-of-the-art remotely operated vehicle, or ROV. Numerous rare and exotic creatures are captured on film. Along the dark depths of the seafloor. Towering structures created by the tremendous energy released from the core of the Earth. Water temperatures exceeding 300 degrees Celsius boil along with toxic substances. Under harsh conditions, numerous creatures make their home. Defying common belief, mysteries surrounding this underwater world are about to be unraveled. We journey today to the waters of Okinawa, around 100 kilometers northwest of the main island in this long chain of islands. About 30 years ago, Japanese researchers began focusing intense energy into investigating the mysterious underwater world of the Okinawan waters. This is Natsushima, a research vessel belonging to JAMSTEC, Japan's Agency for Marine, Earth, Science and Technology. On board, a state-of-the-art vessel holding the key to the exploration of Japan's deep-sea research. The remotely operated vehicle, Hyper Dolphin. The Hyper Dolphin descends to depths of up to 3,000 meters and can freely roam the dark underwater world. There are cameras attached to the front. In particular, the one on the right is an ultra-sensitive, high-definition camera, able to clearly capture on film even the smallest of creatures in the darkness. It is equipped with 2 manipulators or mechanical arms. On the upper deck of the ship is the control room for the Hyper Dolphin. A technical operator controls the mechanical arms from here. This is called the controller. The M formation is actually 2 movable levers. These levers have the same basic features as the vessel's mechanical arms. Just like human arms, they are capable of complex movements, such as stretching and twisting. Moreover, the mechanical arms can also grab objects. They can even capture creatures living in the ocean depths. The ROV will be descending here, the Mid-Okinawa Trough, a giant basin extending to the northwest of the Okinawan Islands. In the past few years, this area has been attracting the attention of researchers from around the world due to the continuous discovery of new species. Now it's time to explore one of the Earth's most unknown underwater regions. Destination: over 1,000 meters below sea level. What awaits us below? At 200 meters, it is pitch black around the vessel. A peculiar organism comes into view. The way the half-transparent creature glimmers brings to mind a UFO. This is a species of comb jellyfish. A line of small bell-shaped lights with a length of 1 meter comes into sight. It is a species of Priodubia. It is made up of numerous hydrozoa which are linked together. They are related to the jellyfish. Some of these can grow to lengths of up to 40 meters. "30 minutes into the descent, a depth of 1,400 meters has been reached. The seafloor has come into view. This is where the magic of life, created in the deep ocean, is found. Small drifting objects approach the vessel. These creatures are about 5 centimeters long. According to some experts, these are part of the sea cucumber family that are capable of swimming. They may well be a new species. Back in the control room, a white, tower-like structure is seen by the camera attached to the ROV. Moving in for a closer look, a black, cloudy substance is seen spewing out of the tip of the tower. These structures, which are at least 2 meters tall, are called chimneys. They are created by the tremendous energy released from the center of the Earth. The tip of the chimney boils in a bubbling fury of heat. As the crew attempts to measure the temperature, the vehicle is shaken by a strong current. In fact, these chimneys are very fragile structures. The force of the boiling water is constant. The tip of the chimney is blown off due to this powerful force. Each time the chimneys are destroyed by the boiling water or sea currents, they rebuild themselves. These peculiar shapes are created by the repetition of this cycle. Boiling water bubbles out from the base of the fallen chimney. A simple check will reveal the actual temperature.
Okay, here we go.
253, 272, 300, 311, 315, 317, 318, 319.
Really?
The temperature of the water is over 300 degrees Celsius. This is the highest ever recorded in the seas of Okinawa. The tip of the pipe used for measuring the temperature has what look like burn marks on it. How can the water maintain its liquid form even after exceeding 100 degrees Celsius? Because the deep ocean is under tremendous pressure, the water does not evaporate even after exceeding 300 degrees Celsius. An unknown region, 1,400 meters deep in the coastal waters off Okinawa. This place really is one of the Earth's most unknown regions, continuing to surprise us with its natural marvels. How are these chimneys constructed in the deep oceans? Dr. Deronde of GNS Science, the New Zealand Crown Research Institute, provides the answer.
And you can see this beautiful copper mineralization. And inside there is concentrations of gold.
According to Dr. Deronde, the chimney is a mass of minerals, including precious metals such as gold and copper. Chimneys are created when the minerals that are dissolved in the extremely hot boiling water cool down and solidify. Seawater permeating deep below the ocean floors is heated up by the Earth's magma to temperatures exceeding 300 degrees Celsius. Various minerals contained in the surrounding rock, as well as gases in the magma, are dissolved in the high-temperature water. As the boiling water mixes with the cold seawater and falls in temperature, some minerals are saturated. These minerals are what form the chimney. There are 400 known locations around the world where these chimneys can be found, all of which are the scene of heavy underwater volcanic activity. Each chimney differs depending on what kind of minerals it contains. This is a chimney discovered in the Pacific Ocean, called Rainbow Field. The brown color on the surface is iron oxide. The black and blue parts contain copper. Rising to a height of 30 meters, this is the largest known chimney in the world. The whitish color comes from calcium carbonate that is solidified. These chimneys are awesome structures created by the Earth's minerals. Now back to the seas of Okinawa. The survey team takes on a challenging experiment. A hose is attached to the mechanical arms on the ROV. This will act as a vacuum cleaner that will capture alive a species found deep in the ocean. The target is a rare creature only found near chimneys in the coastal waters off Okinawa. There are a large number of white creatures fixed to the surface of the black rock. It is a species of galatide crab called Goemon koshiori ebi. Since these creatures live around boiling water, they were named after Ishikawa Goemon, a Japanese outlaw hero who was boiled alive. As of yet, the detailed ecology of this galatide crab, such as what it eats, is still not known. Today, the crew will capture these creatures alive to gain an understanding of their ecological makeup by observing them over a period of time. A central member of the research team, Tomo Watsuji, has created the detailed plans for this operation. To bring the catch of galatide crabs safely to the surface while keeping them alive, they have prepared cold packs and icy water.
The Goemon koshiori ebi live in very cold waters of 4 degrees Celsius. However, the surface waters up here have a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, which would easily kill the crab. In order to prevent this from happening, we will maintain a cool temperature of 4 degrees Celsius by using cold packs and icy water.
The temperature outside is 36 degrees Celsius. They set out for the dark oceans with water temperatures of 4 degrees Celsius. "30 minutes in, at a depth of 1,400 meters, a swarm of galatide crabs are discovered on the seafloor. The crabs have covered the entire area around the chimneys. However, even after taking a careful look, nothing that appears like food for the crabs is found. Then the camera on the ROV sees these mussels. They are vent mussels, which live only around chimneys. The research team decides to try an experiment. The mechanical arms will be used to crush the shell of the mussel. If the galatide crabs eat them, it can be deduced that the crabs regularly consume these mussels for food. Something is approaching the mussel. This is a vent shrimp, which lives near chimneys. Attracted by the smell of the food, the vent shrimp begin arriving for a meal. And what of the galatide crab? There are many in the area, but they are showing no interest. So what do they eat? To answer this, they will have to be captured alive and observed. At last, the collection has begun. They are sucked in by the hose one after another. A total of 150 crabs, both large and small, have been caught. The next big concern is how to keep them alive.
2000m オートデプス
At a water depth of 1,000 meters, Dr. Watsuji orders a pause to the ascent. There is a risk of the crabs dying of decompression sickness if they are raised too quickly. How are the crabs doing?
これ見る限りはやばそうですけど。
The hyperdolphin has returned to the surface for the first time in 8 hours. The captured crabs are inside this container. In order to keep them alive, they are quickly transported to the refrigerator room. The crabs are pure white. Since they evolved in the deep ocean where there is no light, it is thought that they lost the need for pigmentation and remained completely white. Upon closer examination, their eyes are found to be degenerated. The 2 orange dots are all that remain of the eyes. Perhaps as a result of this, they actively move their antennae to sense the flow and vibration of the surrounding water. Half a year has gone by since the operation. What has become of the Galatide crabs? They look healthy. This long-term research project, the first step to unraveling one of many mysteries, has succeeded in keeping the crabs alive. Has the question of what they eat been answered?
Have you discovered what they eat? Yes, and it's quite interesting. We have not, in fact, given them any food. No supplemental nutrition whatsoever. No food at all? No. That's quite interesting. Yes, and that's where the secret lies.
The crabs have survived for 6 months without being fed at all. How is this possible? The key to this mystery lies in the hair growing from the chest of the crabs. Half a year after capture, the hair is silky. However, at the time of its capture, the hair was quite bushy. Comparing the 2 time periods reveals that the hair is thinned out in the interceding 6 months. A microscopic comparison is made of the chest hair at the time of capture and 6 months after capture. This is the chest hair half a year later. It is clean, straight hair. The image on the left is the chest hair at the time of capture. Thin string-like objects are tangled together. What are they?
You can see these fibrous objects. That is all bacteria.
Bacteria. An enlarged image using an electronic microscope shows numerous round bacteria clumped together into a thin string. In half a year, the bacteria have completely disappeared. Has the crab been eating bacteria for nutrition? Dr. Watsuji has captured on video the defining moment for solving this mystery. The small legs marked by the circle are scratching its chest hair and putting the hair into its mouth. This behavior is indeed the Galatide crab eating. The crab nurtures bacteria on its chest hair in order to eat it. These bacteria are said to get their nutrition from the hydrogen sulfide in the boiling water released from the chimneys. In the deep ocean, substances released from the core of the earth and bacteria have been nurturing many of the creatures living there.
I began to understand that in a harsh environment like the deep ocean, even attaching microorganisms to your own body in order to eat them is truly important in order to survive.
One of the Earth's most secretive regions, the mysterious world in the depths of the ocean. There stand marvelous structures created by the tremendous energy released from the core of the Earth. Numerous creatures living side by side and symbiotically with bacteria to survive the harsh environment of the deep ocean. Bringing to light mysteries and wonders in a deep underwater world of darkness. The next discoveries are just around the corner.